Hi everyone, welcome back to Studioloo. It is Cindy and it is day 18 of DEPHEMEREMBER, a December daily hosted by 49 Dragonflies and Louisa Heinzel, whom I've linked below in the description box. So today we are working with snow and making cigarette or tea cards. So cigarette or tea cards were typically little collections that were actually sold to stiffen the packages, were sort of sold inside of the packages of cigarettes and boxes of tea to stiffen the packaging. And they usually had little descriptions of what was on them. Sometimes they were just pictures. They were often like either, notable figures or flowers, birds, like hands, like lots of different interesting and beautiful images. So I've decided I'm going to make a little collection of these, actually kind of a big collection maybe. So I found this book called How to Know the Birds, and I thought we would use birds sort of like this, like birds that, they're no stranger to snow because we're working with a theme of snow. So there are many birds in here I think that would fit the bill, but these are the visitors from the north. So I will start with them as the birds that I'm going to probably use for this. So I was thinking about how to sort of make the size of the card, and I think I want to use a single piece of my tea dyed paper, and I imagine using these throughout the journal to sort of, I could decide what to do with them later on. I could cluster them, make a pocket. They could be a little tuck into a tiny spot. So I just want to make kind of the basis of a card. And I think I want to do that by folding this into thirds. So I have to play with these folds a little bit to just get this into a third. And I mean, you could measure this, but it's not too much, I think, to just kind of roll it a little, and yeah, there we go. We've got a third. And then I'm going to do the same thing again here, and we're going to make these a third. And just kind of roughly measure. You can roll it back until you get to the edge with the end of your paper. So see? So we're roughly making thirds. And then just go ahead and fold them. They don't all have to be exactly the same size. It doesn't matter. We're not actually collecting any kind of tea cards. So now you'll have the folds there to guide you with what you want to, cut them all out. But I'm actually not going to cut them out. And I also did one ahead of time before so that I would have twice as many to work with, I think. Now I just want to go through here really quickly and find my particular, oh, there it is. It wasn't even in here, my inker. Okay, so I want to use black ink on all the edges here. So I just have to decide. I think I want to make this side the front. It's a little more, it's tea stained actually. I think I said coffee earlier, but it's actually tea stained paper. So I just want to go on all the folds here. And we're going to create sort of like a black grid. Do that both ways. It doesn't have to be too precise right now because more than likely we'll end up like changing it later, and if these end up being backed onto something else, then I'll probably re-ink them to make them more usable. So I'll do this one now. Okay. More little ridges. All right, there we go. So we have 9 cards per page and 2 pages. So now we'll select the birds that we want to use. So I'm going to just cut out all these birds. There will be 18 in total, so let's see what fun ones we can find. And I'm going to cut them with the name of the bird, because most tea cards that I've seen, they actually did contain a little snippet of information, so I'm going to just keep that in mind when I create these ones. This one's going to be a bigger image. Okay, just trying to see if it's worth... See, I would keep these little bits of information too, but I don't think I will. I want to do something interesting on the background of this, maybe. So now let's find some more birds that we would want to use in a more winter theme. These are desert birds, snowsuits. Okay, so that's a snowy owl. And this is a gear falcon. Okay. Nests, behavior. Let's just see what other birds we have here. These are desert birds. These are western mountain birds. Which actually, they have some snow in the images, so mountain birds would experience snow. We have a band-tailed pigeon, Clark's nutcracker, Bohemian waxwing, and rosy finch. I've only ever seen the cedar waxwing, and they are such beautiful birds. Okay. All right, well, can we find 9 more birds in here that would be suitable? Indigo bunting, scarlet tanager, and white crowned sparrow. So actually those 3 would be... We have those birds here, and they are here for a while until they migrate. Birds of the grassland. I think that's all we have to choose from, really. So there's not a ton of these in here. You know what? I may even do a different theme for the other page, although I didn't select anything ahead of time, so I may take a break after I work on these, see how much time we've used, and maybe make another little collection. So I'm just going to get started with gluing these down. And ignoring the birds on the back, because I will grieve that they're lost to me now. So these are a little bit bigger than your standard tea cards would have been, but I wasn't really going for, like, you know, exactly the same size or anything like that. More just to create like a little collection of the look, the style of like a tea card. I think I actually do have an idea for something else for another set of cards, although I feel so bad because I totally forget who I got this digital from, even though I want to use it. And I really am amiss with oh, hold on, that wasn't the right one to glue. Black-throated green warbler. Oops, I have to wipe the glue off this one. So yeah, I'm very amiss at organizing my, remiss at organizing my digitals. I need to do that. Like organize, I have them organized in folders by designer, but then I don't have any kind of like a description of what like the digital is that I'm using, so I need to sort that out. And I need a new glue book. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. Now let's glue this again on the right side. But yeah, they're these lovely little hands. I'm trying to remember who they were from. It's okay. Okay. Oops, wrong way. Actually, no, it's not. I thought that was that bird needed to be standing up. Let me just push this up a little so that I'm in frame. There we go. Okay, so that's that. So this is what I'm talking about. These are very traditional looking tea card images, and they're these beautiful hands, and I think I'm going to go ahead and use them for this project because I've got them, so we might as well do this all at once. So the first thing I want to do with this though is it's way too white. So before we do a whole lot more, I'm just going to grunge the paper around the ones that I plan to use. Excuse me. Okay, we've grunged this sufficiently now. And then I will tear these with a tear ruler. Or not with a tear ruler, just a ruler. Period. In some ways I could actually see these hands with these flowers working kind of together with the birds, like they were reaching out with an offering to the bird maybe. Now I probably, yeah, these are all a little too wide, I think. That will be tedious to do that, so we're just going to use scissors. But I'm going to stick them down as I go. I think like a word snippet on each of these would be really nice, but I will pick them out off camera because otherwise I think I'd put everyone to sleep while I was digging through my words. High likelihood for that. So actually that one's pretty good. Yeah, that one's fine for the middle, which is a little wider than the other sides. Okay. So we only have 8 of these, so that leaves this one here, which is totally fine with me. Let's get rid of all these little scraps. And we'll get rid of the bird book. Okay, so give me a couple of moments. I'm going to just collect a few things. Okay, so I am back with the supplies that I need. So I'm going to use my clickable letters to put tea on all of these. And I'm using tea-dyed paper, tea, and I've got some nature stamp elements, and I did pick out some little verses, but I'm going to put them on last on here after I do the stamping and all of that. So first thing that I wanted to do was just grunge this page in parts a little more. It just needs a little bit more. I feel like some of the labels are a little white, and so are the paper in places. Don't want it to be too stark. There we go. That matches kind of a little more now. So next will be to do some stamping. So I think first I will put tea on there where I'm going to want it so that I don't end up like stamping randomly and messing that up. So here I think I'll put it right there. Here it's actually going to go on the owl. Here. These ones will all be the same. And these ones will be on the actual image due to the size of the image. Okay, I'll set those aside to just dry for a moment. And then these ones, it's going to be a little trickier because I think I'm going to put them all in the same-ish spot. Okay, that is that. Now we want to do the bits of stamping with these. So I need my little, you know what, I don't want to grab my acrylic block right now, so I'm going to do my ye old clear ruler technique. Don't get me in trouble for this. It works, I promise. See? So again, I'm sort of designing these similarly because they're like another little collection. They were like trading cards, so I'm keeping true a little bit to the aesthetic of that, not completely. So that'll be for this one, and then maybe a little pine cone as well, because they're just so cute. Which is the textured side? That is, okay. Okay, so I think that's good for that for now. And now I will add my little word snippets. So the first one says, and then one night when it was dark. So I think that sort of speaks to winter. I'm going to put that right here. This one says green fields and forests and mountains. Then this one is around the toadstool once or twice. And then this one I need to cut down, but I do like it. Mugs of bramble tea and homemade acorn biscuits. That will fit on there. So let's put it over there. Okay. This one is deep in the woods, deep into the woods rather. Just move up again. Willows with bending branches. A landscape bewitched with bashful beauty. We have a little bit of corner that needs some glue, and then beneath the grasses and green nettles. Okay, let's just let this one dry a little, and then we'll work on this one. And I think I want the oak leaf for this one, because I think it will fit really perfectly underneath where it says tea on those ones that are all similar in shape, like right here. Whoopsies. Oh, it's okay. Okay, so that's the oak leaves. Actually, I'm going to put one on these too. There we go. Then to decide what else we might use here on this one. Whoops, little pine cone, stick back on there. Okay, ooh, maybe, I do really like this green chestnut. Oh, I forgot to put one here. That's okay. I will use the green chestnut maybe on that one, because it's got a good shape for it. Okay. Okay, so I think that's enough stamping, because we still have to add the snow element and we don't want to get too complex here. So I'll put these away. And then we'll put the ink away. And then we might as well mix up the white paint with the water. How much water do I have? Not too much. That's a little bit too much. So let's just move that. We'll just empty a little water here. That's a bit. There we go. Add some acrylic paint. Okay. And we'll just mix it up with this brush. And just use the fan brush. I'll do the birds first, I think. Actually, no, I'll do the hands first, because they've had a longer drying time. I also wanted to, before I add the snow, I just wanted to ink on top of these little word snippets a bit, just so that they don't get lost in the snow. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm just going to take a little strip of paper here that I can cover up my word snippets with when I hit it with the snow. Oops. There we go. So that's that one. We'll just set this aside. And then the birds. I actually don't have to protect anything on this one, so it's all good. We can just... Okay, there we go. I think we have snowed on everything. So now I just need to get a little bit of drying time, and then I will cut all of these out and I will show you the final product. Okay, so we are all finished. I have cut these out, and the only other thing that I did in your absence was added a little bit of gilding wax, just in little bits here and there. So the snow is dry. And I have quite a nice little collection of these cuties. I'm really happy with these. I think they will really go with the winter lore theme. Definitely the birds will. And I'm sort of thinking about the thought of, like, when I use them, just kind of pairing them up in these little, you know, clustery bits, like, you know, seeing how I want to use them throughout the journal. Because I do think that these hands and these verses will go nicely with these birds. I think that it's a really cute little pairing, to be honest. So yeah, I'm really happy with how these turned out. They're very sweet. Okay, so that is another day completed. I will be back tomorrow with day number 19. We are skipping right through December very quickly. So I hope you are all having a wonderful time following this, following all the amazing artists that are taking part. I'm really, really happy with all of the videos. The Vlogmas plus DEPHEMEREMBER has just been such a nice, relaxing, connective month for me. I've really enjoyed this. And yeah, I'm happy to keep going. So have a wonderful weekend. If, well, I will talk to you before then, obviously, because we're here every day. So anyhow, take care and bye for now.